All right, here we go. I'm gonna start in section 4. Hello. Section 4 is where we always stay. And we've been coming there for probably 42 years. Our first camping adventure. Together. I came here with my mother and my father prior to that. So we're in section 4, dropping down into the main area. And the one thing about this that I never liked was being so far from the lake, but that's where the new e-bike comes in. And I was always an avid hiker and I didn't mind walking. And I would walk to the beach from the campgrounds, or I would sometimes drive over, but now we've got these wonderful new Lectric XP4s. Ooh, we have a Rogue scooter. It's pink, it's cute. Oh, I better turn on some kind of help. There we go. I like to ride without any assistance if possible. And right now I am on Eco, 8th gear. And this is a slight downhill climb, incline, so there's not much work to do. And as you can see, Tappan Lake is pet friendly. This is an early fall weekend. Football is taken over and the parks are a little emptier now. Still got some pickleball folks going on over there. And this is one of the stations with collect aluminum cans and trailer waste and wash. Bigfoot's Cafe and Figgies. Summer-oriented food places for the campers. All right, we're just about out of section 4 here. And I think we'll go over to the beach boat ramp. Thank you. It's generally one of them places where everybody's really nice to you. And this is Camp Area 1. You know, a lot of this is seasonal folks. But you also have the opportunity to get these two. One of my big beefs was always that I can't see the water when I camp here. I camped here with my mom, we could see it from some of these spots right here a little better, but these two right here on the right, they're 111 and 112. And those two have water provided and have a concrete pad. So this is down where the boat ramps are. If there's nobody going in, we'll go down by there. Oh, there's a couple electric boats right there. XP3s. You're seeing them everywhere in the campgrounds. Hello.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. And there's an example of that friendliness. And we want to stay out of everybody's way, but here is the boat ramp. And it's clearing out of some boats. Looks like some of the people are pulling their seasonal boats in, but there's still a lot out there. So back here is the deer trail. We're not going to go back far, but there's an amphitheater. And they do all kinds of event things here, and things for children. We're gonna have to boost it up a little bit. We're gonna take it to a tour. So this little amphitheater right here, they even have church services in it. It's a pretty cool little environment. It's been here for a very long time. My children were educated on some critters right there. So let's head back in and we'll head over to the beach area. We had a little rain last night, but it soaked in pretty good. All right, here we go. As you can see, it's just beautiful here. It's a beautiful day, fall. Everybody's indoors watching football today. I'm taking a little break. So we went through area 1 on the way down. We're going to zip up through area 2. And this is another beautiful little valley. And I might need to go ahead. I'm going to drop it to sport because I don't want to work too much today. And this is a good incline. Not severe, but sport makes it rather easy. Oh, we got some traffic. That's all right. We'll give them a minute here. See if we can slide slowly by. Oh. Don't want to catch you off guard, buddy. How are you today? All right. Back on the incline. This is a newer section. I think everything's done by like the 100s, 200s per section. Pretty nice. And you can see the top. I'm not going to go up and touch the tip. Oh, maybe I will. It's like a parade around here sometimes between the golf carts and the bicycles. We're all just exploring. Hello. We're all just exploring. Yeah, this is the end of the lane right here. We'll spin it around, give these folks a minute. And back down through section 2. Some fellow electric bike riders. They're on those XP3s. We saw them earlier. Everybody tends to just get a little exercise, keep your legs moving. I used to be an avid hiker, and hiking, sometimes I'll get a little far away and I start wondering, is this that time I gotta pay somebody to get me out of here? So I'm not gonna run that risk, but we're still gonna get adventuresome and get out there. This XP4 electric bike doesn't really, it's not really meant for off-road, but we've taken on light trails with grass and dirt and light, well-packed gravel. The loose gravel can be problematic, but the 3-inch tires certainly help with that. Coming down to the bottom here. And that's one of my complaints. If you heard that brake noise just a moment ago, is we get occasional brake noises, and that's not saying the bike don't stop. Oh, that's all right. Got her behind me. Thank you, though. Everybody's enjoying their e-bikes. Keeping their hips moving and their knees moving. That's what it's all about. Getting to the places you always got to before, but being able to assist with it. Well, we're back to pretty much what's the nucleus. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll follow these good folks right up to Area 3. And just cruise along. I like this because there's all those trees in the middle and still that sense of a campground. Like a lot of new campgrounds today with concrete slabs and the open, no tree environment. It's kind of like a trailer park looking event to me. It doesn't look like a campground. It looks like a trailer park. You're meant to be in the trees and in the rural parts of the world and exploring it. Hello. All right, hi. We're about to the top here. Take a left. Take a left down to the bottom. Ooh, somebody decided to take me on that turn. That's okay. She doesn't always know where she's going. I can tell you from experience that, well, I just better listen. Alright. Cruising down. The campgrounds are 10, so I just got to about 12 and hit the brakes. And I like the brake light feature on here, and especially in here when people are following you and all these golf carts and everything, and it kind of makes you fit in better. Most of these golf carts are street legal these days. They got running around here. And the golf carts are good and bad to me. I mean, I think it's great, especially for the people like myself that still just want to get around. But to some, it's just a sense of a toy and showing off, and they hook up big sound systems and go around blaring them. And some of them come around about checkout time looking for leftover firewood and whatnot. And I don't mind any of it, but it's just things you observe as you're standing there. Sometimes the music goes on a little bit loud. I think there's probably been some challenges on the ability to play it loud. But usually it dies off, and we usually have a radio. So I mean, heck, we just turn our radio on. And we probably have the radio on anyway, because up on top of the hill, there's a fracking pad that was never there before, and that fracking pad is it's noisy, like industrial noise. When I'm laying in my camper and my head's on my pillow, I can hear an engine rumbling type of a feeling, or a vibration noise. So it's not horrendous, but it's not exactly what I want either. So all right, and we got some puppy dog action. I just love it over here by the beach. I've been coming here my entire life. Since I was 6 or 7 anyway. So this is a new part of the camping adventure. And let's see where Miss Jody Lynn goes. Out here on the main road it's 25. But when you tuck into here, you get to 10. So this is area 5 and I believe 6. I forget how they have this pattern together, but somehow there's like an extension, and I think that one's 6. But you can see all the new padded setups, water connections, probably 50 amp power on these ones, I'm gonna guess. Wi-Fi, that's one thing that this place never had, and man, you really couldn't get a signal on your phone. And I bought a Starlink, and just to bring out here, because we were out of touch, and we weren't comfortable being totally out of touch. So I didn't have it very long, and we showed up one day, and we saw, when we was looking for our Starlink, we see Tappan Lake on the list of available networks. So quite a pleasant surprise. Now I can put my Starlink on standby and use this. And Beale Farms comes to mind. I think that sign had something to do with that. Maybe as far as this portion of the campgrounds is named. I'm not 100% on that though. Okay, we're probably going to jump off on this little trail, and there's an actual map trail going around, and I'm going to jump on this trail now and go up this way. It's the beach trail. It's the beginning of the beach trail, and if you were ever over by the beach and you walked right along the beach, and there was a path that went out the other side and went all along the edge of the lake through there, and that's what that's about. So this will connect over to the parking lot. The parking lot will connect to the beach, and then the beach trail connects over to the campgrounds on the far side. So we'll pick that up in a minute. We're going to go ahead and go back into more area 5, as my wife would have it. Oh, bright red. Converted. Probably the best handiwork in the whole place. You know, all these fancy dancy factory made ones, and that home converter is probably the best built one. Alright, so this area is not huge. I think I'm going to think about coming here because I like this. We kind of go to 4 because we were talking at breakfast today, and 4 feels like home because we've just been there so long. And when you look around and everything's so familiar, it just feels like home. Hi guys, she's faster than me, I'm slow. There's some brake noise if you didn't hear it. One of the only problems I have with this is brake noise is a constant come and go. I think maybe something's just a tick off, or the shoes don't sit right once in a while, but it goes away. And I'll go to put it up on a rack or something, spin the wheel, nothing. And we'll go for a ride, and every time she's there, you can hear her right now with the brake. That was my wife in front of us. So we get a lot of those type of squeals and squeaks, but we also run it up and down pretty big hills, so we have put some pressure on the brakes, to say the least. Oh, I gotta hope she slows down and transitions to that gravel. Yay. And I thought she was gonna blow it. Golf cart mania. Alright, so now we're gonna go over. We got some more friendly fellows walking around. We're gonna go over here to the beach, and they built some new bike adventure areas. They got a kids version and an adult, more grown-up version. And these folks are very kind to the dogs. They don't like to startle them with their golf carts, so you might get perturbed or whatever, but that's just really just being polite human. You know, I have to navigate them. But fortunately for me, I like the grass here. So I'm going to creep on over the grass. Hello. Hello. Alright. So this is the beach area, the concession stand. And you see some kids up there having some fun right now. This is I call it a pump track. And a few people enjoying the beach. I'm not one for the big track, but I'll take a spin on the kids track for you. My wife is probably laughing, but that's okay. Humpity humpity. It's the kids' ride, they said. Whatever. I ain't getting on the big rides no more. The kids' rides are about perfect for me. Alright, let's go on the beach trail. Come on, Joey Lynn. Plenty of fowl, birds, leaving some gifts for the families. And a few boats left in this dock. Alright, so now we're going to hit what I've always known my whole life as beach trail. Little stone markers on the end there. It seems like it's wider than when I was young, but perhaps it's just more groomed on the outer edges a little bit as far as weed whacking and whatnot. But there's spots all down through here that you can get right on the water. So this rides out to the point and around the point to where the cabins are, the camper cabins. And you can rent those, and they're wonderful, kind of generic and essential, but very nice at the same time. Well worth the rental. And right on the water, the only place you really, there's only a few places you get to camp right on the water, and those cabins are definitely one of them. Alright, I'm going to click it back up to sport mode here so I can negotiate some of this mud probably coming up. And some of this exchanges. There's a water, where they put a water line across to drain. And the worst part about this are what I call root knuckles, where the root kind of knuckles up through the earth, and it's like hitting a rock. You might as well just hit a big rock. So here we go. And this is our first little negotiation. Oh, the rain hasn't done us too bad. This looks pretty easy. This is where I wanted to sport. Yeah. Judy Lynn wanting to know if I'm going to go up the big hill. And climbing that hill in anything less than turbo. Oh, we got a little hazard. Go around spot here. Easy peasy. This trail, we're real close. The water's out to the left of us. I'm sure you can see it on camera. Boat going by right now. Beautiful area. Oh, here's the drain. Let's get across it. Alright, looks like we got another mushy spot down here. So this general turf like this, I don't have any trouble with this. And as far as tires go, I got the same tires, and I'm real good about checking and every time we ride, I check, and sometimes we do lose a pound or 2 or 3, and I'm constantly putting it back between the air temperature changes and whatever. But so far it's been pretty good. I have put them, you know, with a lot of pressure for a lot of road stuff, and then right here today I'm down to about 35 to have a little give hopefully in that tire, because I know I'm going to hit some of these root knuckles. So we're getting real close to the cabin area. Still the lake's on our left. It's a beautiful ride through here. You got your fishing gear. I'll bring my poles out here and find a tree down in the water somewhere and have at it. So we're coming right up to the camper cabins right now. And we are going to zip out of here. We'll kick it on the turbo. And turbo our way on through. Alright, so we came out the backside. These are the cabins, and they're just beautiful. Like I said, nothing hugely modern, but here we go. Up the big hill. We're in turbo and pushing pretty hard. Take it down to 7th gear. And 6th. No. Well, it's doable. A little bit of work. A little bit of work. That's tough. But now the tough part, and here's where it comes back around to those brakes, because we do use them. So we may get them a little warm here, maybe we gloss them, I don't know. But I try to keep nice and slow approach going down the hill for safety and brake reasons. And I can enjoy it. I mean, I can fly down this hill all day, but that ravine down there, it's spectacular. I'd be looking at what I was doing ahead of me and making sure I didn't die. Instead, I got all this beauty. Yep. And that's the thing. We got all that pedal assist, but we still got a little workout. Keep it down. And we're almost down, and we're going to be right at the trail edge where we cut back to the beach, where we entered the parking lot. Here's where we veered to the right to go through the parking lot, but we're going to go straight through this time. Jody got the step-through model, and I got the step over. And with my struggles with my back and my knees, I wish I had got that step through. I thought it looked like a girl's bike, but I've ridden it a lot and it rides just as nice and good as this boy's bike does, and it would have been a lot easier to get on and off of. I have my method. I got over it, but at first it was a little bit hard. And you can see a road down bottom down there. We used to come across that when we used to walk. We'd walk from our campground over in that area over to the beach, and that was the trail we'd walk upon. And there's a little bridge down here, right? Saw the bridge was out. Down over the hill to the right now, as a matter of fact. So I am in sport and turbo, obviously, on that hill. But other than that, I never really go past sport. It matches my desire to work a little bit, yet still get some help, especially when you hit those areas of incline. Well, we absolutely love these. We take them out nightly riding at home. We have a school nearby. We go ride 7 to 10 miles at night. See ya. It won't be long. She'll realize it. I don't feel like plaguing those same people again. Sometimes you go up and down, up and down. Back to Figgy's Corner Store and Bigfoot's Cafe. Park on the left. There's an e-bike, looks like a dirt bike. And back to Camp Area 4. And we'll go ahead and ride up to the top of 4. I mentioned, I think earlier, that I've been coming here a long time, and Jody and I came here about 42 years ago on our first camping adventure, and it was close to where we still currently go. Hello. Up here on the right a little more. And the first night we had a lantern, but the mantle disintegrated and we couldn't get a light, so I took one of the dome lights out of my car, and I had a piece of telephone wire in the trunk. Connected it to the battery, strung it over to the tree limb. Voila, we got a table lamp. It was very effective. So then later that night, she wakes me up and says, "There's something outside the tent scurrying around." I said, "Okay, well, we're in the forest." She says, no, there's something out there. You gotta go check it. So she gets me up, and I don't want to, but I start to unzip the tent. And as I unzip it, there's a skunk looking right at me. He sprays the tent and runs. That happened right about here on the right. And he sprayed our tent, and it was a rough night. Hello. Rough couple days. You don't get rid of that skunk smell like in a day. Especially where he sprays your old canvas tent. Was what it was. Alright, so do a little sport here because I was getting a little bit of challenge. This area is pretty cool. I like to look around. I've never really camped up here myself. I had friends that did, and I came and spent some time here, but never spent the night. Hello. A man with his kids is a man. A man in the bar has no plan. Right beside you. All so we're at the tippy top of 4. I'm gonna drift back down to my campsite and take a little breather. That hill got me.